Bishut Moray Rabotai, with the permission of Hashem, this lecture and the memory of all the people that you need, that this lecture will be in his memory. The Parsha of Shabbat, we talk about the Yaakov Avinu. Before he passed away, he gave a message to his children. A message how to keep the flame, how to maintain their existence. As you know, most of nations, since the creation of the world, since the world exists, nations disappear. New nations come. Language disappear. More language, new language came. But Yaakov Avinu, he said to his children, Am Israel, the nation of Am Israel, they have been chosen by Hashem, and the only way not to disappear, it's to keep the flame, it's united, to be united. This is the only. There is no, look at Rome, disappear. Babel, disappear. Parasumadai, disappear. Why? Because fights. Each nation fight other nation, and the one who won, the one has victory, it become the leader. At the end, even Rome disappear. The empire of Rome doesn't exist. The empire of Babel doesn't exist. The empire of Greece, which it was a big empire, Alexander the Great, disappear. Nothing. But Am Israel, a small nation, only few million people. In the Middle Age, there remained only 200,000 Jews all over the world, because the Christian, because of the war between the Christian and Israel and the Holy Land, because they accused the Jews killing their prophet. So the acquisition, they killed Jews, millions of Jews. Till we remain only 200,000 Jews all over the world. And Baruch Hashem, from 200,000 Jews, now new generation of Jewish people came, still holding. Why? Because of united. Who united us is the Torah. The Torah. Ashkenaz have a Sefer Torah. Sfarad have the Sefer Torah. All Jewish people have the Sefer Torah. Turkish, Moroccan, Ethiopian, even some tribes of black people, they have. We did not know about them that they were Jewish. We did not know. Suddenly today we see some tribes of black people that they live in Africa. Suddenly we discovered that they have tefillin, that they have talit katan, talis, that they have mikveh. Surprise. Shocking surprise. What keep them? The Torah. And that what Yaakov Abinu alav shalom, that was the idea, that was the advice he gave them before he passed away. Because before he passed away, the Jewish people, his children, that they were in Egypt, they were despair. They thought this is the end. Now the patriarch, the last patriarch, Yaakov Abinu, the leader, is going to go. What's going to happen? So he told them, there is nothing to worry. Keep the flame. How you keep the flame? Be united. Be united. That's it. Only through union you will resist, and this union can keep you together only with the Torah. I would like to ask you one question, and you will see something extraordinary. You know, the Jewish people after Yaakov Abinu passed away in Egypt, they had no Torah yet. So how they keep themselves united? Because usually the Jewish people, when they were in Egypt and they become slave, automatically, by being slave, that's it. They will disappear. They will disappear, that's it. But we see that it did not disappear. They exist. They maintain. Why? Because they keep the advice of Yaakov. Be united, wherever you are. So what about the Torah? They had no Torah. So there is Hachamim, the rabbis told us something beautiful. They said that Yaakov Abinu, before he passed away, he gave them some papers. That he wrote. What he wrote on those papers? He wrote the history of the creation of the world. He wrote the history of the Noah and the Ark. He wrote the history about Abraham, Yitzhak. He wrote all the histories, Jewish histories. And that's what the Jewish people in Egypt, they were studying, histories. You know, when I was in Chicago this week, and in New York, Bemeta, I was, after 2 years that I wasn't here in America to receive people to hear, I discovered that a lot of people, a lot of Jewish people, a lot of families, did not know even the history of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. They don't know. They don't know. They know Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. When you pray, you say, when you do the Amidah, you mention Abraham, Yitzhak. But they don't know who is Abraham, what the life of Abraham. They know Abraham, Isaac, that's it. Yaakov, but who are they? Who were they? What? They know nothing about them. They know nothing about them. You know, when you don't know your own history, from where you came from, your own identity, so you have no motivation for the Torah. Because to have motivation for the Torah, first you have to know who you are. Who you are. I mean, to have a family, you must know who's your father. You know, there is a man this week that he was adopted. He's a billionaire. But he came, he told me, Rabbi, I give you any kind of money you want. I want to know who's my father. I don't know. I was adopted. I don't know who is my father. He said, I did all kind of research and I don't know. I don't know who's my father. I want to know. I can't sleep. I don't know who's my father. So my friend, when you know who is your father, when you know from where you come from, what is your background, so you are disconnected from Hashem. The only one who can connect you with Hashem, it's Abraham, it's Yaakov, knowing how much they loved Hashem, how much they served Hashem. So automatically, through your parent, you know, when you do the Amidah, the first thing you do the Amidah, you want to connect yourself with Hashem in the Amidah. But when you start, you said, Elokeinu, Velokei Avotenu, Elokei Abraham, Elokei Yitzhak, Elokei Yaakov. That's how you stand in front of Hashem. You stand in front of Hashem with the idea that you want to connect yourself with Hashem. But before you connect yourself with Hashem, you must know who are you, what it is your identity, from where you come from, who were your parents. We're not talking about your father, biological father, but the first father. The first father is Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, because they give the advice to their descendants how to maintain their identity, how to maintain themselves wherever they are. They could be in America, they could be in Russia, in Morocco, Asia, Africa, Middle East, wherever they are. At least they know. They know. If they know from where they are, so there is no problem. You see, the Jewish people, wherever they went in exile, they took with them something. Before they take the luggage to go to the exile, they took with them the Sefer Torah. The Sefer Torah went with them everywhere. They went to Russia, they took the Sefer Torah. They went to Morocco, they took the Sefer Torah. They came to America, they bring the Sefer Torah. They went to the Middle East with the Sefer Torah. Third thing they did, the Sefer Torah. Why? Because the Sefer Torah, the Torah, it's not only for one family, it's for the Jewish people. The same religion, the same laws, the same thing. You know, my friend, I would like to tell you something. All over the world, you will see something that you see now today. All over the world, you find them in one big building, the United Nations. United Nations. Here, you have representatives from all over the world. All over the world, they are there. But they never agree. They disagree on everything. And to agree for something, you need politics. You need, politics, a lot of politics. That even that he don't want to agree with you, so he agree with you because you give him something in exchange. So that means the world is built with liars, with shaker, lies. I don't agree with you, but if you give me this, I will not tell nobody, I will vote for you. So everything is politics. Nothing is emet, nothing is true. With the Torah, there is no politics. You want to do it, do it. You don't want to do it, don't do it. Nobody forces you to do it. I never force a Jew to put tefillin or to keep Shabbat. You want to do it, do it. You don't want. I teach you. You don't want, do whatever you want. We never force people to do conversion. We don't. We don't need. Because conversion by force, it doesn't work. It should come from you. One thing I have to tell you. I was in Chicago this week. A man came to see me from Los Angeles. He told me something that shocked me. He has a grandmother. She is very old. She's a Shoah she was escaped from the Shoah. She survived the Shoah. She survived with big miracles. She was under the ground, hidden by non-Jewish people that they are tzaddikim. I mean, there is a lot of non-Jew that they risked their life to keep Jews, in their house. If the Nazi will catch them, they kill them. And this woman, she was there by miracles. Baruch Hashem, she survived the Shoah. And Baruch Hashem, she married. Today she is 96 years old today. Now she don't remember ever her family. Sometimes she remember something. Sometimes. But she is alone. But there is, her grandson told me 2 days ago, what shocked him, it's that he went on Rosh Hashanah to his grandmother to do the shofar. And he did a mistake by blowing the shofar. And she told him, "Hey, Avi, it's not like that." How can she remember? She's 96. And she don't remember her own family. How she remember that he did a mistake in the shofar? How? Today, this year, he was lighting the candle of Hanukkah for her. And she started singing. How she remember? How she remember the songs of Hanukkah? She don't remember even the names of her children. How she remember Hanukkah? I was listening. He told me, Rabbi David, the value of Judaism, when you respect them, you never forget them. You can forget the name of your mother, the name of your grandchildren, but the value of the religion, even if you have Alzheimer, you don't forget them. That shocked me. Because the value of the Judaism is in the soul, is in the body. It's part of the body. The name is not a part of the body. The rest, the money, everything, is not a part of the body. But the religion, it's a part of something. It's a part of your body. The Alzheimer cannot affect what it is, a part of your body. The Alzheimer cannot make disappear your hand, because your hands are there. You see them, the religion too. So that was the idea of Yaakov Abinu. Before he passed away, he gave this idea. He gave to his children, he gave them a value. He told them, you don't want to forget your origin, your identity, from where you belong to, who are you? Be united, but with Torah. But what about the Torah? There was no Torah at that time. They were slaves. A slave cannot study Torah. So he told them, repeat the stories of the creation of the world. It's Emunah on Hashem, that Hashem created the world. His stories of Abraham, that he sacrificed Isaac to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That gives you connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All the stories that you know. He wrote them the stories. Even stories, it's Torah. It's Torah. You know, I will never forget my father. Today, people, when they read the Haggadah, it takes them 5 hours. 5 hours, 6 hours, sitting on table, talking about the exit of Egypt. I remember when I was a baby, 5 years, 6-year-old, till the age of 8, 9, the way my father, the dinner of the Haggadah, you know how long it took us? 1 hour and a half, no more. Today, people sit around the table 6 hours, 9 hours, talking about the Haggadah, with my father, it did not last more than 1 hour and a half. Why? The way my father teaches us the story, he was so convinced what he said, that's it. We catched. That was for us like something, like a glue. Like a glue. When you take two things, put glue in the middle, they stick together. His word was like a glue. And we never forget them. We never forget them. It's impossible. Even that's what happened to this lady. Even with Alzheimer, 96-year-old, she don't remember her own family, but she remember how to blow the shofar. He did a mistake. How can she know? She's not a rabbi. Yes, but that's not the way she heard. That's not the way she has been. They teach her how to blow the shofar. It was a mistake. Shocking. Singing Chanukah. Shocking. And everything with religion, she don't forget. Because that was in her body, in her soul, like a glue. And that cannot go from her. Well, my friend, that was the idea of Yaakov Abinu, to teach his children. He told them, the advice I give you, an advice for forever, that you can resist and remain only through being united. If there is no union, so you disappear like others. What happened to Rome? The Empire of Rome. What happened to the disunion? Wars between them. It's a general. He wanted to be the emperor of Rome. So then what happened? You know, other nations, they took the opportunity, because between the Romes, there is no peace between them. So they started fighting Rome, and then Rome disappeared. What happened to Alexander the Great when he passed away? So his general, they split his kingdom, and they started fighting between them. So the empire of Greece disappeared. And that's what happened. What about the nation of Jewish people? Baruch Hashem, it's a small nation. But what makes us together is the Torah. Well, my friends, I want to tell you something. Exactly that's what the Greek, they wanted to do to the Jews. The Greek, they knew that the Jewish people, they didn't want to kill them. They didn't want to destroy the temple. All what they wanted for them, to be like them, assimilated to them. That's it. So the only way to be assimilated to them, to stop them respecting Shabbat, to stop them not to respect Nida, purity familial, kosher, Rosh Chodesh, Brit Milah, Chatona, getting married to. That's what they wanted. They thought by disconnect them from the Torah, automatically they will be assimilated to them. That's it. And they nearly had a success for that. All what the Greek wanted from the Jews, to take the neshama, the soul. The neshama. You know, a Jew has a connection with Hashem. The connection with Hashem is through the neshama. Every morning you wake up, you open your eyes, Mr. Sheldon, what you say? Modeh ani lefanecha. Thank you, Hashem, that I am alive. Thank you, Hashem, you have to give me back my neshama. Thank you, Hashem, that Modeh ani lefanecha melech havikayam shehzarta bi nishmati b'chemra. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you. There is no word. When you wake up, you are alive. So now I can accomplish today whatever I want to do. Through what? The neshama, the soul, life that Hashem give me back, give me. But this neshama, she need like the body. He need to eat. The neshama need to eat. The body need to eat food. Food. What kind of food? Well, vegetables, meat, fish, bread. What about the neshama? What she eat? The neshama is spiritual. She's connected to Hashem. The neshama is a part that Hashem put on you. It's a light. The neshama needs to eat as well. What she needs to eat? Respect Hashem. This is the food of the neshama. So when you disconnect the food to the neshama, the spiritual food to the neshama, so the neshama disappear. If the neshama disappear, remain only the body. And if there is only the body, so the body without the neshama is disconnected from Hashem. You know, my friend, you go to your room, there is darkness, there is no light. So you switch on the light, you have the light. What this is, when you wake up, Hashem switch on the neshama on you. So there is the light. But you have the bechira, free will, or to let the light on, or to turn the light off. It's your choice. So that's what the Greek they wanted to do, to switch the light from the body. But my friend, there was a man, a father, that he has some children. And those children, they were not affected by the culture of Greek. Why? Because he took them away, far away from where he went somewhere that those children they couldn't learn any the way of the life of the Greek. When the time came, he told them, let's go. We have to fight for our existence. We have to fight for our soul. But he told him, Papa, we are only few. How can we fight? So he said, how can we fight? Let's go. Maybe we will have some people that will join us. But most of them, they become already like Greek. And they told Matatia, we are good. Why you want to fight the Greeks? The Greek people, they are fantastic. Look, they are good to us. But what about the religion? We are good like that. Matatia, he saw that there is nobody who can help him. He was alone. But we have something. במקום שאין איש ישתדל להיות איש. if you see that there is no mensch, nobody who wants to be a mensch, so you be the mensch. If you're a pilot, and you see that the plane, it's the pilot of the plane, but you are a passenger, you sit in the plane, but you see that the pilot, he is tired, and there is no one who could do something. So what you do? Do something. Otherwise, you make yourself in danger. That's what Mattathias saw. He said, I'm alone. The Jewish people are, they become like Greece. The religion, it's forgotten. There is no union. There is no unity. There is no Torah. There is nothing. So what can you do? So Mattathias, he went to fight. This is the first time that we hear a fight for religion. Not a fight for victory because the Greek occupy Israel, so you want them out. No. They fight for religion. They fight for Hashem. And that was the miracle. The miracle was because the Jewish people, they saw the Hashmonaim, they saw the Mattathias and his children. They didn't fight for money. They didn't fight just for a victory. They fight for religion. That's what they become. Usually, if you have a rabbi who comes to see you, and he tries to be a friend with you, only to take money from you, so you will not trust him. You will not trust him. But if you see that he only wants to help you in religion, he don't ask you, even that you need money, he don't ask you nothing. He wants just to help you. So you know what you do? You become impressed. You know what you do? You become his friend. Then you know what you do? Tell me what you need. So the Jewish people at that time, they saw the Hashmonaim fighting for something with a value. That's what they were fighting. They were fighting for Judaism. They were fighting for Hashem. So, and when they threw the Greek outside Jerusalem and they had victory, first thing they didn't celebrate victories. No, because that was not their intention. Their intention was to bring back the Torah, to bring back the Neshama, the soul to the Jewish people. And that's why the Jewish people followed them after. They saw that they had no interest. They didn't force them. Hey, you have to become like us. No. You want to remain Greek? Remain Greek. You want to join us? You're welcome. And that is the miracle. The miracle that because they fight it for religion, only for Hashem, with no personal interest, so all the Jewish people follow them. We follow only the right man. I would like to tell you a beautiful story that I heard. There was the chief rabbi of Russia, Rabbi Lazer. Once he was invited, Erev Shabbos, by the President Putin, but it was Erev Shabbat. He did not know what to do. And he told him, I have to see you at 3 o'clock. So that means, after the meeting with Putin, he had to walk 2 or 3 hours back home. Because Shabbat, it was the winter, and it was Shabbat. And it was Hanukkah. So, he took his Hanukkah with him, and he went to the palace. So he was waiting for Putin. Then they started talking. And then it was about 5 minutes before Shabbat. Now, he has his Hanukkah. He asked President Putin, it's Hanukkah for us. Can I light it? Can I light my Hanukkah? But where can you light it? It's the palace. You cannot, you have to look. So they started to look a place where to light the Hanukkah. At the end, they find a place and they light the Hanukkah and he stayed next to the Hanukkah half an hour. And after now, He has to go back home a long way. So there was some bodyguards, of course, that they went to accompany him, to walk in. But there was a minister. He said, I want to walk with you, even halfway. So we can talk. Explain me exactly what you did, all the balagan that you did in the palace, like in Hanukkah. So he told him the whole story of Hanukkah. He told him, Hanukkah, it's to remember our identity, that we fight it for religion. We didn't fight for a victory. When you fight for a victory, you lose. Why you lose? Because today you have victory, tomorrow maybe they beat you. Tomorrow maybe somebody else will come and they will throw you out. So the victory will be forgotten. But our fight was to bring back the religion. And what the symbol of the religion? The light, Hanukkah. Hanukkah is, like I explained you last week, shemen. Shemen is oil. But the word of Hashemen is the same letters of Neshama. Hashemen, Neshama. Neshama, Hashemen. The Jewish people were off, switch off. No light, no Neshama. So, through the miracle that happened, that we found a small bottle of oil, we light it. So the Neshama is back. The Neshama is back. And that miracle, till now we do it. Why? Because that kind of victory, we should not lose it. It's a spiritual victory. So every year we light Hanukkah. Every year we light Hanukkah. Every year we light Hanukkah. When we light Hanukkah, we light ourselves with the Nachal. That means in life there is no. I saw this morning a beautiful thing. There was a big rabbi. I forgot his name. A big rabbi. He said when a Jew, maybe yes. He said this. His name, this rabbi. His name, Rabbi Mordechai Chaim Silunim. Big tzaddik. And this rabbi, one day, when the Shoah started, and millions of people were killed, they saw the rabbi crying. They told him, why you cry? He said, I don't cry because of despair. I give up. When a Jew cry, it's not because he give up. When a Jew cry, it's hope. I cry for hope. When a Jew cry, he's hoping something. I hope. It's not that's it, I give up. Because I give for finito, I cry because it's finished. No, I cry for hope. My friend, you finished. That Rabbi Lezer, he told the minister, he told him, tell me, I would like to ask you, what did you think about all the balagan that I did in the palace for the Hanukkah? You know what he told him? The minister, the Russian minister, he told him, I like people like that. Because people like that mean you fight for your identity. You fight for something that you belong to, wherever you are. So he told him, the Lubavitch Rebbe, Alav Shalom, said, the nation loved the Jews when the Jews, they are not shy in being Jewish. But the nation detest, they hate the Jews when they are not, where they are shy of their religion. So You respected me. I'm sure that Putin respected me. Why? Because I was not shying for my identity, my Chanukah, my light. My friend, that was the advice that Yaakov Abinu gave to his children. The advice that he gave them. You want to maintain Jew. And one idea, one advice I give you. Keep the flame. But all of you, all together, be united. But how can you be united? Torah. If you are slaves and you cannot study Torah, at least don't forget one thing. Tell stories about God. Stories about Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, how they respected God, how they resist all the tests that they've been through. That is Torah as well. Torah is not only laws. Torah is stories as well. When you believe in stories, you believe in God. When you believe in God, you're a Jew. You keep the flame. And I would like to finish with a beautiful story about Rabbi Chaim Pinto. Beautiful story. There is one of my Talmidim. This man, he lives now in Yerushalayim. This man, 3 years ago, he had a baby. This baby was very ill. The doctors didn't give him a chance to live. He's my student. He believed in Rabbi Chaim Pinto very much. He became Baal Tshuva. He was not religious before, and he became religious about 15 years ago with us. And Baruch Hashem is a good businessman. He does tzedakah, everything, and he studied Torah half day. Every day he studied Torah half day. And with this baby, that take out of him a lot of energy. But he had hope. He had emunah that one day will be good. So, miracles. But the baby, he didn't do the Brit Milah to his son for 3 years. 3 years, no Brit Milah, because if he do the Brit Milah, he die. And he took a lot of medicine. He did the Aliyah to Eretz Israel last year. And his life did not change. He worked from Israel with France. He go to France from time to time. He studied Torah half day, and he lived in Beit Vagan. And always he prayed to Hashem for Refuah Shelema for his son, and with emunah on Rabbi Chaim Pinto. One day, he went to Rabbi Chaim Pinto to the grave. He did not tell me what he did. He went to Rabbi Chaim Pinto last year. He said, Rabbi, I did not do the Brit Milah to my son. I don't want my son to be without Brit Milah. His name is Chaim. He has your name. I want to stop giving him the medication. I want to do to him Brit Milah. I don't care. Nobody will know. Only between you and me. That was crazy what he did. He didn't tell me. And this man, he told his wife, we have to stop giving him medication. She told him, you crazy? He said, look, it's not going to last all life like this, but we make his life in danger. We have emunah. What he did a Brit Milah to his son. He did a Brit Milah. He's not allowed. He did a Brit Milah. He stopped giving him medication. 1 month later, he went to the doctor. And the doctor, because it was for a checkup, after the checkup, the doctor said, what? You did to him Brit Milah? Who permitted you to do the Brit Milah? He said, nobody. How we live? I don't know. Doctor, you know what? It's already 1 month. I did not give you medication. Are you crazy? He did to the child that week all kind of tests. He had nothing. Imuna. Of course, I will not advise to nobody to do that. It's too risky. I will not advise. Even me, if I was like him, I will not do what he did. But he did it. Like the Hashmonaim. There were few to fight thousands. How they did it? Exception. That motivation, value. When you value your emunah, when you value the Torah, Hashem, the tzaddikim, you can do everything. But you have to be sure. If you are not sure, don't do it. Like somebody, like this woman, she was in Mexico, and every month she hire a plane. They are very wealthy people, because her husband was building like a city, but she was religious. So she used to hire a plane to go to Mexico City to do Tivela, to do the mikveh. And one day the plane crashed, and there were 10 people that died. She was the only one that she did not die. And in the night, the wolves, they were around there. They came, they smelled bodies. Baruch Hashem, the rescue came, but she was the only one she was alive. And the wolves, every time they come near her, and she made them go. There were 10 wolves, dogs, and she kept that tower. She said, that tower that I was supposed to use for the mikveh, I said, Hashem, I was going to do a mitzvah. Look what happened. Baruch Hashem, I'm alive. The only one. The pilot died, everybody died. She was the only one. She said, I'm convinced it's the zichot of the mikveh that kept me alive. Well, conviction, emunah. That was to be united with Torah, with people. So, Be'ez Hashem, I wish you well, bracha v'atzlacha, and God bless you. 1 minute.